Welcome to Sonia's Book Talk. It's March's edition. Today we are all pretty much stuck at home, which is a great time to read. But, with this whole coronavirus lockdown, I know a lot of you are not getting out as much. We're supposed to stay in. So a great way that I travel is through books. So I picked a few books that take you to a different time and place, and I'm going to talk about them today. So these are set in different times. Let's travel to a different time. Okay, so the first one is This Tenderland by William Kent Krueger. So he's written several books before. He has the Cork O'Connor mystery series, and he's done a couple standalones. I might have talked about one of his coming of ages before, or maybe not. But actually I don't think so. I think this is the first time I'm talking about him. So, but it's not the first time I've read him. He's a pretty solid writer. This is going to transport you to 1930s Minnesota. And there's two brothers, Odie and Albert, and they want to get away from their school that they're in because they're not treated very well in this boys' school. It's like they're just exploited. And so they have this memory of an aunt in St. Louis, and they want to get there to her. So along with a couple other boys, they set out to travel from Minnesota to St. Louis. And this is the 1930s, and they're pretty much getting there any way they can, on foot, you name it. So they come up against a lot of trouble. They meet people who help them. They meet people who try to rob them, and the whole time then they're running away. They're being chased or being followed by the police who know they're runaways from the school. So they're kind of, on the run from the law because they're supposed to be at that school. So this came out just recently, I want to say 2018, 2019, 2018, 19. And it really does transport you to, harder times. And I love the colorful characters, and the relationship between the brothers is really good. At the end, I liked the ending. I liked that it had a satisfying ending to me. There are some sad things that happen, but there are some good things that happen. And the boys, you can cheer for them. They're fun to follow and cheer for. So, if you want to be transported to that time and place, 1930s, This Tenderland. I'm sure it's available on ebook because he's pretty popular and it's current. So don't forget our ebooks, and we just got Hoopla, and you can go through Overdrive or Libby app or Hoopla now. So yay. Okay, this next one is called Eternal Life by Dara Horn. Dara Horn has several novels out, but she's not a huge name. This one you will travel to 2,000 years ago to Jerusalem, and then you will kind of time travel because this Rachel character, there's a mystical element that causes her to never die. So, what if you never died and you just kept living all these lives and starting over again? Very interesting, and makes you ponder questions and what would you do, because also there is a guy who was her boyfriend who this also happened to him. So he also never dies, and they're going through life. It's been like 2,000 years. They're, she actually is trying to get away from him. I'll tell you that. So it's a good book. I've only been able to recommend it to one or two people because it gets kind of deep, and But I don't know, it's good. I should recommend it to more. So I'm recommending it to you if you would like to travel through this book. All right, and then I saved my favorite of these for last, The Dakota Winters by Tom Barbash. Now this one came out recently, I want to say the beginning of 2018. So this one will take you to 1970s New York City. And I found this to be very atmospheric, and a lot of the cultural references just made me feel like I was there. The way the people spoke, the cultural references. This is the famous Dakota building that John Lennon lived in. It's kind of a famous apartment building, like a lot of rich people live there. So if you want to be transported to, kind of upper class, rich lifestyle, that's a way I like to escape in books. Some of you like that too. But the voice here is Anton, and he's a young man. He's like early 20s. He gets sick with malaria and has to come home back to the Dakota. And he has a very strong family unit. The dad is he's a celebrity. He's in show business, and his career is kind of hit a roadblock. So this family is trying to get back on their feet and not lose their precious Dakota. They love living there. And I love the voice. I love Anton's voice. It's very urbane and sophisticated, and you always can it always like feels like he's, holding a martini, and it's just a nice atmosphere. So I liked escaping into this, and John Lennon does make a little appearance. So yeah, this was very fun. I wanted to recommend this because again, it wasn't a huge hit, but it did get some fans. It did get some good critiques. So The Dakota Winters, check it out, and I hope you can find some good reads while you're on the stay-at-home lockdown, and I will see you next time. Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe to the Stickney-Forest View Public Library's YouTube channel. Also, like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Stickney-Forest View Public Library District, where great things happen.